Okay, let's just do a quick sound check. Are we live? I think we're live. Sound check. Are we good to go? All right. There we go. Okay, so now we're bringing you the next game that we are bringing you is the B3 ladies singles. That is between Commonwealth silver medalist Princess Schroeder and national champion Avril Davids currently. So they're going to play first to 21 like normal singles. Now we're looking forward to this one. The marker is Mari Extien. And please pardon if Grant Jason runs into the screen every now and again. We'll try and keep him off, but he is such a cameraman. Alright, we're going to have trial in, so while they're going up and down, each blindies have there are rules, different rules. No tea break for the singles, but the tea break there was for the pairs players. Yeah, a bit of a sticky situation. City of Cape Town was supposed to bring us food, was supposed to look after the food and the accommodation for all the disabled players. Unfortunately we had a bit of a actually was quite nasty. They didn't pitch for the afternoon food, so the accommodation was very bad. There were some places didn't even have beds. So yeah, I think it's something that needs to be looked at. You rely on our city that does everything for us and is so on top of everything, and but when you scratch a little bit and go into where you need it, and then you get stuff like this. The chalets don't have anything in it, no kettles and microwaves and stuff like that for them to cook food, which normally there was. Not so lekker, no food, and not some bad accommodation for the people, so bad experiences there. Sure, it will be fine now. Yeah, hopefully they bring us food tonight. Otherwise, I think as of tomorrow, the club will take over and just do those duties. There's nothing else we can do. Yeah. Well, just to run by some of the things that I've learned this morning. Okay, so for the visually impaired bowlers, there is they have directors, and they have 4 categories or classes. All right, B1s are basically the guys that are totally blind. They can't see movement through in front of their face. They can't see the jack at all. B2 and 3 also have, but they can't see the jack. None of them, 1, 2, 3 can't see the jack. B4s can see the jack from the head, but 1, 2 and 3 can't. So each player has a director, must have a director. And that's the guy that stands there in front. That is Graham Ward. He's the director for Princess Schroeder. And then Fikile Vilakazi is the director for Avril Davids. Right, so 2 top girls here in their category. So looking forward to this one. Maybe running a bit. Yeah, and we say thanks to the guys that makes it possible for us to watch this. Aero Bowls, first time that they really are broadcast sponsors for us, being involved with, and especially now thanks for them to being involved with the visually impaired. Thanks to the Yard Country Lodge, and then obviously Bowl South Africa. Yeah. I forgot what his name is. There's a guide dog. One of the players have a guide dog, and it's the sweetest thing. But it chats a lot sometimes. I don't know what is. Is the lady that uses him stands right in front of me, so I was just excited to see them coming back to this side of the end. It was so quiet earlier. You lay down, sleeping the whole time. Okay. Okay, that marker, or that director, not allowed to be not allowed to be there within further than 5 meters. So, sorry for that. You can't see the head. Alright, there we go. If you want another idea, just quickly do this. That's from behind. Avril a bit wide here, but I think she's going to hold 3. Start her account with 3. Oh no, no. This is what I was afraid of. On the 30 meter. It's a fair line. You can dip in front of that or just get around it. Also good. That should be good. Also just running maybe. Right there. That should be good. That should be the shot. About a meter behind the head. Yeah.
I'm Civic.
Alright, one that was picked up there by Princess. I'll adjust that scoreboard now. In is 29 and a half, I heard Mari say. Let's do this quickly. In the previous game it was very frustrating for Abe Kraus, and then they, as soon as they wanted to get onto the board, then Roy Peters would take one away. Look at that. Good start by Princess. Okay, so now I think Owen James heard on the YouTube that I'm alone, and he sent me some help. Someone to come and help me with the commentary and give me some information on the physical disabled and the visually impaired. Now I think we're going to mostly focus on the visually impaired because that's what's right in front of us. We'll have enough time for the other categories. So, good afternoon. Cedric Summersgill has been sent by Owen James to come and help. So, good afternoon, sir, and
Good
welcome,
afternoon.
and thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, for me it's a blessing that I have someone that can help a little bit.
We will try where we can.
No problem. Princess on the forehand there. So you can see that. Having a look. Just threw a nice one. You can see there right on top of it. It was a toucher. Good line again. So, how are you involved with the visually impaired that Owen sends you to come in?
Yeah.
That gives you the honor of being the guy with the most knowledge.
Not the most knowledge, I don't
Okay.
think, but certainly I've been involved. My wife was a blind bowler for years. I've been involved probably for 10 years, 12 years, thereabouts, because of the knowledge and the experience I've had, because if you're directing a B1 bowler, they are the most difficult of the lot to direct. I see Avril's just pulled in there. I think it's holding, she's just second shot. If you're involved with the blind, with a visually impaired and a blind in particular, they are the most hard work to direct.
Yeah.
You can direct the B3s, B2s, B1s, I mean B4s are relatively easy after that because they can do quite a lot of their own, but where it doesn't matter who, it's all the same.
Yeah.
The way you stand, the grass, etc.
Okay. Princess maybe covering for a back shot there. Let's see. These two ladies in particular, Princess and Avril, have been quite on top for some time. Princess with the singles, she has Commonwealth medal experience there.
Yeah.
But I've seen Avril as a national champion, was a past national champion, has
Champions.
been a runner-up, has played
Yeah.
mixed pairs with Avi, so also in
Yeah.
the mix.
She can be, certainly. She's got close competition from
Yeah.
May Homer as well, who's playing on the other rink. Her
Okay.
and Princess are normally the top two,
Okay.
but Avril is, I think, is the B4, so that's where
Now she's a B3.
they downgraded her. Okay,
B3.
but she has had.
Yeah. What is that?
Princess is a bit wide, yeah.
Well, Avril can play a nice shot. She can sit that ball.
Yeah.
I
She's
don't think she's narrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you say it's easier to direct the B4s than it is the B1s. So why is it? The B4s are not totally blind; they can see some.
The B4s can normally, they've got what you call tunnel vision,
Okay.
so they can see quite far up the green,
Yeah.
but they can't see their stuff around their own feet.
Okay.
So often they'll need their director just to literally guide them around their bowls, pick up their bowls for them.
Okay.
But they invariably, although the director does go and stand, they're invariably standing their own grass, taking their own grass,
Okay.
and going down. If they're using a monocular, they can usually see their head quite clearly, although they have no depth perception up there.
Yeah.
So they can see where their bowls are finished, but not how far or how short.
Okay. Right. So, can I use a monocular when I play?
You cannot use it when you're on the mat. It's only
Okay.
once you've delivered your bowl and you've got off the mat, you can use a monocular to see where your bowl has finished.
Okay. All right. So obviously that doesn't give you the depth. So
No.
Okay. Tim Graham also said to me, what we can see at 60 is what they can see at 2 meters. Can you explain that a bit? I tried to, but I couldn't get the words around it.
Yeah, it's difficult to explain that. It's, normally if we go in the categories, your B1, as we know, is totally blind. If they've got light perception, which some of them have, they have to wear blockouts. So all the B1s, whether they have glass eyes or are blind, they all wear blockouts, so everybody's on a level playing field.
Yes. Okay.
The B2, you'll find, can normally see a foot about 2 meters in front, maybe 2.5.
Okay.
The B3 will see a foot probably 3 meters, 2.5, 3 meters in front, which is where you're talking about that 60 and 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And your B4s, as I say, can often see the head,
Yeah.
but not see their feet.
Yeah. Okay. And also the B1, 2s and 3s, they can't see the track.
Not usually, no.
Yeah.
Only with the B2s and B3s, some of them with a monocular, depending on the spectrum where they're on. I mean, you have some people that are B3 that are just in the B3, and others that are B3 and they're only just in because they could possibly be B2s. So it depends on how they've been classified.
Good weight there. That could be the shot.
You can see.
Still not sure if that front one or the side one is in. You can't really see with our monocular. I must say, and I've seen that around with all the people commenting, everyone is like humbled, and we take so much for granted in life. Us, I don't say normal people, the people that have all the abilities. Take it for granted, and at the end of the day, it's when you see this, and I complain because I'm short and I'm wide and whatever, and I can see, and these people, the people with the impairments, they just play. It's unbelievable.
It's all done on feel. That's why their delivery has got to be consistent, and their weight is in their heads. Their weight is a feel. And we should be, as sighted bowlers, be able to bowl like that.
Yeah. Oh well. Then also, I believe there's a high performance camp also at our club next week.
Yes, it is the South African Protea team and the South African Invitational.
Okay.
We'll be doing a 3-day camp, just putting them through their paces, getting them used to their partners, and just seeing where they are, and then giving them exercises to go forward with to try and develop them between now and the IBD in May.
Okay. And the IBD is what?
International Bowls for the Disabled,
Okay,
which includes both disabled and visually impaired.
Okay, and so there's a world championship for the visually impaired only?
No, it's for the physically disabled and the visually impaired.
Yeah.
That's happening in May in Gauteng, in Ekurhuleni.
Okay.
And then you do have the visually impaired do have their own tournament happens every 2 years, the IBBA, International Bowls for the Blind Association. And that happens every 2 years. And Graham Ward, who's actually directing Princess at the moment, is president of IBBA.
Oh, okay. That's a tall guy on the screen now. Okay.
That's right.
Look at Princess. Maybe a bit heavy, but that little flick on that belt. She could be holding 4 shots there.
I was just looking at that.
That going to come back. We'll have to wait and see what that is. But I think that could be a handful or a full house.
Yep.
Avril played on this rink before, the previous game, and but she was the lead in that game and played on the inside. Yeah, she played the inside of the rink. Well, she didn't play the ditch hand of the rink often, and because that ditch hand can have a tend to hang out. Hello. Alright, thank you. That's a good pick up there by Princess. You play as well?
I do.
Okay.
I didn't used to, but when I started directing my wife, I realized if I wanted to be a decent director, I had to find out what was going in the head, and the only way to do that was to play.
Yeah. 100%. Ja, verkeerde willen kazen. Doei.
Okay.
Stay like that.
A little bit wide.
which club are you playing?
Northmead.
Northmead.
Benoni.
Oh, well. I started my school in Northmead Primary.
Okay.
Last school Northmead or whatever.
Yeah. Northmead Law School.
Yeah.
Just down there from where I live.
Okay. Yeah. I was there. My mom passed in when I was in standard 2. So then I moved to my father. But yeah, that was my school. Starting school. Yeah. Find that square.
Oof.
Just running a bit through. Princess, look at that.
Oh,
Avril started off well, but Princess have been all over the jack since then. I believe that they are going to announce the teams.
yes, at the prize giving
Yeah.
on Saturday, the teams and the colours will be announced and the colours will be given out to those that are getting new colours.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
There's
Yes, World Princess.
another one. And do the players know yet?
Yes, they do. Yeah, they've had to know because there's quite a lot of fundraising to have to be done.
Sure, yeah. But I'm sure that Whole South Africa is helping. I'm sure that the city of Gauteng is helping. I'm sure that the national government's helping.
Nothing from anybody.
Or the Sports Council, what's that, SASCOC?
No,
They must be throwing money at us.
you're right.
Yeah. Never satisfy their needs with what we've got. So, in any case,
From a VE perspective, we tick all the boxes.
until then, we'll just fund ourselves.
Yeah.
But there will come a point where that's not going to be the way, that we won't be able to do that as well because it will just become too expensive.
Too expensive. And you're not going to then get representative teams
No.
then.
But and what I can't understand is that we bring medals. A lot. We bring gold medals, especially in the disabled.
Disabled and the visually impaired. They're the only ones that
both
come
of
back.
them
Would come back with medals.
always. So yeah. And if I look around, there's there's people of all colour playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We tick
it's-
all the boxes for B. There's a good ball coming in.
The rest on that. Another 3.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it all. And the disabled are the same.
Avril needs to pick up. I just want to end to stop this little bit of bleeding that has been happening because it's now 4 and 3 just consecutive ends. So I want to try and lessen that. And I know we are struggling as bowls, players, but there are other sports that are sitting in the same boat as what we do. Also, whenever they want to compete overseas, and some of them are big sports, athletes. Some proper athletics guys that need to pay their own way because if they don't make the A plus qualification, then they don't go, and but they make the A, so then they pay their own way to go. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to go. And the only way we can get better is at the highest level.
And we've got a young bowler that side playing on ring 2.
Yeah.
That girl that's standing there.
Yeah.
She's an South African triathlete. She's competed in the Commonwealth Games in triathletics.
Okay.
She's now decided that it's a little bit strenuous training with children, so she's decided to come to bowling and doing really well. And there's another youngster, I'm not sure where he's playing, somewhere here, also impaired B3s. He's an ex-Commonwealth Games South African cyclist for para. So they've now bowling, so at least there's a youngsters coming through.
There is not one sport that I know of that have the inclusivity and that our sport does.
Yeah.
From as soon as you can hold the ball, you can be 2, 3 or 5 years old. As soon as you can hold the ball and roll it down the green, then you can play.
Up
and
to 90-year-olds.
Even there are 100-year-olds that have played, but there's no limit. And even if your body is not up to it, then there are the visually impaired. There's the bowls for the disabled. There's one guy, and I'm trying to look for that photo. Is that he's got one arm. He sits on a skateboard, and it's only this thing. He plays with that one arm. And we want to complain. It's a long day. I'm standing too much, So that guy inspires me. He's somewhere in Australia.
There's one guy we had up in Gauteng. He was a total quadriplegic, and they had rigged up his wheelchair that his hands were fixed onto a bar, and the ball was put into a basket down the bottom by his helper, and all he did was lean back and pull. Yeah. And as he pulled, it would go, and then he just had to figure out how much pull to put on to release the ball. Okay. So he was total quadriplegic. Okay.
What in the weight there? It's a bit wide, but with good weight, it might come all the way back. I think she needed a couple of yards more. What a road. You can try as much as you want. You can't do rugby.
No.
You can't do cricket.
Not get lucky.
So you can't do netball. You can't do all of those. This is the one sport. That thing that we have a saying that one sport for all is 100% correct.
And all these people, it's mindset.
Yeah.
They're all those. If only some of those others out there that were visually impaired would realise there's a sport that they can get out and partake in and play.
There you go. I think that Avril should be the shot, is it?
Yep.
Hey, did it stop enough? In time. Well, that's what Avril needed. She needed to get stop that little bit of momentum that Princess had. She picked up a couple of big ends. It is always seen as the director and the player is a team. Yeah?
Yes.
So the one can't be with it. The players, I see that any category, if you have any of those B1 to 4, you have to have a director.
If you're going to play in competition and you want to use a centre string, the B4s can sometimes play on their own without a director, but then they have to play as a normal sighted bowler, and of course they're immediately at a disadvantage. But yes, your director and your player have to mesh as a team. You have to understand each other. you have to know what the other one is, almost what the other one is thinking to be effective.
And that you get with experience. The more you play together, the more that happens.
Correct.
Everyone's got their own way of doing. I see Jenny clap her hands softly for this woman.
Yeah.
And that guy rolls home at me. He shouts that. He counts for his, I think it's his wife. Is it his wife?
No,
or
it's his
mom?
mother.
Mother. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to give her rhythm. Other guys like that guy that's playing, he goes and sits on the floor and he gets in position and then they put the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
Which is also. And
He's been the South African champion for about 10 years in a row.
Who is he?
Michiel Kruger.
Okay.
Yeah. He was world champion for years as well. I think it's only just now in Australia he lost it and picked up silver. Yeah, these two are both kneeling down, I see.
Just move this a bit. Here comes Avril. That should be the shot. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, we have 3 greens full here. Not quite full. I think there's 1 or 2 rings open.
Princess just bowled around by us.
Oopsie. Now, whose fault's that?
Director.
100%? Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, the director should check the bias while he's standing out there. He can see what it is. He should be checking that. Stopping her if they see anything off the mat and start again.
The Princess has performed well on the world stage as well. Playing similar Commonwealth silver medalist. Oh, look at this. And stop. Gets the white. There you go. Completed. The city didn't bring us food. I hope it gets sorted out tomorrow.
Yeah. Poor Grant, it's such a rough time with this tournament. With stuff that's been promised that hasn't materialised.
Like another good one, yeah. Sit on that. 2.
It is.
Mm.
Well, if it is, they haven't told us. But it's Sunday, Graham. Do you think they work?
Who would have made it? I would have subcontracted.
Yes, I'm sure. When I see this now, I'm so glad that the whole South Africa have appointed us as coaches now, because none of these guys have had formal coaching, and there's just so much you can do to improve. I mean, they play and they play well, but to give them some coaching and you can just lift that whole standard would be absolutely fantastic. So we ran a 2-day directors course here.
I saw that, yeah.
Included a lot of coaching into that, so that they can take it back and try and get their players playing consistently.
Because you're a director, or almost a coach as well, eh?
Should be, but they don't. None of them have had any. I
Yeah.
think we've got 2 directors that are actually coaches. The rest are not. They've had no,
Okay.
coaching experience. So we're trying to give them so they can go back and
Yeah.
get the deliveries right.
Give it right there. At the end. Give them go back almost all the way to the stream. I think that's a lot. That's not going to reach. A bit too gentle there.
That's all in her weight.
Mm-hmm. That could be it. That could be it. Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yep. Good one there.
You holding, okay? Jane? Jane, you are holding. Up front, sorry.
That's good.
Yeah, interesting fact that both these players are from Mowbray Bowling Club,
Club. Yeah.
club members.
From a Vibsa perspective, they all play out of Peninsula. That's the Vibsa club. Yeah.
Full end. He's got a nice approach. It'll be good. Oh, well, look at that. Nice start there. Just too low. Right on the weight. It must be so difficult, you can't see, so, and then they say add 2 meters.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. These guys, it's all feel. Your weight is purely a feel.
Yeah. Here comes Princess. Is she going to hold again? It just falls out. I'll go around and find some Aero players. Aero is one of our sponsors for this week. So, find
I
some
know
Aero
some of
players.
the physically disabled are playing with arrows. Yeah, I haven't seen too many of
The blindies.
the blindies playing with them.
I wonder what would the reason be, if it is a specific reason.
You know, I think a lot of it is affordability.
Yeah.
They, you know, a lot of them just can't afford to buy the new bowls, so they're inclined to go for second hand, and arrows are generally slightly more expensive than your.
Yeah.
There's a good one coming from Princess now.
She needed that little cheek there. That's the rub of it. So losing the jack again. I think that's in.
Jane.
See, that's what we're talking about, getting coaching. I don't know if you noticed Avril's step there.
Yeah.
Steps out to the side. It
Okay.
goes straight forward.
I didn't pick that up. I'm just a player. I'm not the most patient guy, so I don't venture into coaching.
Yeah.
And it was also my kids. When I coach them, they never listen. So, and then they go to someone else and they come back at home and say, I said, but that's what I thought. And, yeah, but he said. Yeah, so then I rather not.
But it's because you were the father.
Yeah. Only that.
Just watch her step. Let's see if she does it again. If you can see it. She steps right out. And then you... That's why she doesn't get her line consistent.
It was better. This rink is not the easiest.
Sorry?
This rink is not the easiest, especially on that
Especially
hand.
on this line.
Yeah, it's got a
If you play out, it hangs. If you come in, it cuts across.
cuts across. Yeah. That should be good. There you go. There you go, princess. Hey, you've got a visitor. Hello.
This lady here's dog.
Oh,
This
she's
one that's on the rig now.
After my chicken.
Yeah, being a
That
Labrador.
is what it was, I think. Hello.
Dotty.
I'll hold him while he goes through. You can pick him up on that side.
Dotty. Come here. Dotty. Dotty.
I told you about the dog.
Goslin's a snake. She loves this shade and he has perfect shade.
Mm.
She can just chill here. Because it's under the tent.
Yeah, Princess going out wide, but she's holding two, so she wasn't under a lot of pressure. She just added a bonus.
My
13. Some people find it unlucky. Some people use it as a luck. Superstitious number?
Yeah.
Are you superstitious?
No.
No. Neither am I. I get stuck on any number. Doesn't have to be a 13. Last week Friday I got stuck on 8. Never got back off that. Lost 21-8. So happens.
Definitely not superstitious. As you say, you just seem to get stuck on a number, and that's where you.
Yeah. Almost 29 meters.
I don't know if you see the boards on either side which indicate the
Yeah.
distances, because I see they haven't marked the green properly for the guys. Normally you've got the dots at
Oh,
2
yeah.
meter intervals all the way from the 33 to the 23. And here they're just 3 and then they'll mark the 23.
Okay. All right. And that's how you overcompensate for that hand, you know, it hangs a bit. So you play a little bit narrow and then it just
Cuts across.
We used to play our league there. We play our league matches on 5 and 6.
You play on, but you play on the inside.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where you move that thing. It's always got that hang. A little bit of a hang. And we do that because we know that. You don't have a lot of anything over your opponent. Does a lot of things. So when you
But
have
it's
one
not
little thing you have, then
But there's a lot of the greens where your outside green
yeah.
hangs on the one hand. I think it may be because they're not played on as often,
Yeah.
not walked on, not.
You know, a lot of people that are like, they hate end drinks. They don't want to play end drinks. But you look at that, this end drink is like 4 meters in. Now, there's a 2 meter peg is
Pegs,
the blue,
yes.
and then there's another meter
Yeah.
and a half to
to
the
the,
white
to
peg.
the white peg.
So they all say because of where it slopes down, the people walk there. I don't think it's quite that obvious, or that, what can I say, such a big problem. I don't think so. It's in your mind, I think.
But often at this time of the year, most of your rigs will hang on one
Yeah.
and be straighter on the other. So good luck.
Good knock. Could be that one.
Where's your cam doesn't show us. So in the weight.
Yeah, just a bit too heavy. Yeah, now we're going to have a look. I think Avril has another bowl left, so they're coming to have a look at the end, see what's going on, yeah. Yeah, it's an open draw. You can draw inside, or
In there.
on the other hand you can play to find yourself, turn yourself once, or work off the sideboard. So the previous software program we had like an arrow where you
But
can
you
show.
can show it.
No, this one we don't.
It's a difficult one, this for Avril, because she comes this side. If she's slightly white, she turns princess in. She comes the other hand and she touches, but heavy, she can move the jack to princess.
Yeah, as well. Going the forehand. I wonder if they think who's holding, who they think is holding shot. She's on a good track. She's on a very good line now. I don't think she's going to. Just leave. Okay, now we have to see. They're going to put a string on the lot.
Possibly agree with them, but yeah.
And they're just going to check all around who's got.
The measure as long as it's close.
Seeing you looking at your watch, just asking, are there time limits?
Yes,
on the
there
games?
are. In the pairs, it's 3 hours.
Okay.
3.5 hours, sorry.
Alright.
Singles is singles 3.5 hours, pairs is 3 hours.
Okay.
Time limits. They have to have all, obviously the ends. The
Yeah.
B3s and B4s are 18 ends, the B1s would be 15 ends.
Do you know anything about the V5s?
B5 is physically disabled,
Yeah.
which is normally your totally physically, your
and they-
quadriplegics and
yeah.
that sort of thing.
You can't play a full end. Or they can't throw
It
a
depends.
full
They can, some of them can, but often they can't.
end. Yeah.
So they compensate for them. They allow them to move the mat and
So I just read up and I saw that they've got something where you can put the marker in front, 5 meters in front of the mat.
mat. Yes.
So that means that you place the mat and you're going to basically deliver your ball 5 meters in front of the mat.
Can do.
From another mat or just a mark?
They normally have another mat down there in front. Yeah.
All right.
It's because some of them can do the full distance,
Yeah.
others battle.
Okay.
So each one will be told they're allowed to, and they go down.
Again, we accommodate.
Yeah.
When it is difficult on the one, we make a plan to
Plan to-
not say go
otherwise-
home.
Yes, you can't
You
reach
can't
a full
play.
end,
We
go
make a
home.
plan. And I think in Oz and in South Africa, it's not. I don't find it as popular, but the Aussies have a big arm bowling community. They play with the bowling
Yeah,
arms.
we've got them here. It's
I know.
mainly
I've got one.
your people with your back or hip injuries and that can't bend that use them.
But there are none of them here, are there?
No, these Most of these guys, it's a visual problem. It's not a. I'm just trying to visualize a physically disabled. I didn't see one down there either.
Yeah.
But often with an arm, the guy's using an arm to bowl, not necessarily physically disabled
Yeah.
as far as classification goes, because don't forget, you're physically disabled are classified on balance
Yeah.
as
Okay.
opposed to
And
anything else.
you can anyone can play with a bowling arm. You don't have
Yes,
to have
but
any
you don't have to have-
disability.
no.
Anything you can play with it because you want to.
Yeah.
We raised money for a guy. Look at Princess. He wants to finish this game. We raised money for a guy who was a bowler, and he lost his leg. And so we were a bunch of people that put money together, and we ordered one of those bowling arms because he could stand, but he couldn't play. So he couldn't bend down.
Yeah, yes.
So we bought him the bowling arm, and about a year later he passed on. So I got the bowling arm back. So now I've lent it to, look at that, there you go. Is that the shot? And we've got one guy in our club now practicing with it and see if he can, because he can't bend
Bend.
anymore.
Yeah, you see, as I say, it's normally back, hip, sometimes even knee injuries push them into the bowling arm. But I tell you what, it's not an easy thing to master.
No, for sure. And you know what? The Aussies are quite strict on that. Look at Princess. Look at that. If you deliver a bowl, I think it's 20 centimeters above your ankle, then they warn you. After 2 or 3 warnings, then you either have to take a bowling arm or you can stop playing. You can't. Because of a lot of the artificial greens and stuff,
Yeah,
so you can't
causes
have
damage.
these. Yeah, so they've got, I don't know how many. I think they're nationals. They have a bowling arm nationals. Where I think they had like 600 players, 600 competitors.
Yeah.
That's bowling arm only. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, the bowls in Australia is huge. But from a disabled perspective, we still give them a good run for their
Yeah.
money.
We've got 1 or 2. Find out now. Een of 2, Marie? Een. 16. Princess.
Oh, Princess.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say his name was?
That's Michiel.
Michiel.
Michiel Schroeder.
I must say, she's got a good lead here, Princess. And Avril comes back, then we're going to have a lucky game over here.
Yeah. Yeah, Avril's not pushover. She's Princess is playing very well.
She is. The range is just a little bit narrower than what Avril's is at this stage. It's too wide. Not good weight. Ah.
How do you say the line on that hand?
Mm.
Not easy.
Not the great. That counts.
And do you do this live streaming only for bowls or all sport?
No, only for bowls. I did the tug of war guys, the juniors.
Yes.
Tug of war for 3 years, 2 or 3 years. But look at this, Avril. Oh my goodness. But yeah, they got now super sport schools covering them, so that's a big step up. Good for them. I wish they would do some effort with us,
Be
the
lovely.
bowls.
Get the exposure out there, especially of these guys that are.
Yeah,
We can't call them disabled; they're differently abled.
That's the most fitting word I've ever heard. Is that differently able. But yeah. The only thing is our image, you know, that we look like old school.
Yeah.
To attract younger players is so close. Alright. Princess hanging in there. Closing number.
03 out.
And you said, what is it, the IBDs?
Yeah, international bowls for the disabled,
Okay.
but that includes disabled, physically disabled, and visually impaired.
And that's what you guys are now preparing for.
Preparing for
Coming up in April or
May.
May.
May
Okay.
up in Gauteng.
All right. The invitational side, they're also taking part in that tournament,
Yeah,
or
they
are they
are,
just
yes,
part of
it's-
the prep?
No,
the
it's
preparation?
they're taking part.
Okay.
They're not getting Protea colours, but they will get South African invitational colours.
Yeah.
But because it's a home game, they're putting in the two teams, try and get those up and coming players, give them some international experience.
Is that the norm all over? If we go to Oz or if all over the world, do the guys do that?
Often, if you go to the home country, they've often got two teams
Yeah,
there.
well, which is nice. You want to get the opportunity and
Yeah.
give the guys the chance to play.
Yeah, and in being in South Africa, it is, the costs are still there, but they're not as exorbitant as trying to convert our rand into
Yeah.
pounds or dollars and air tickets, etc. But you don't have to worry about.
But that's all over the show that even people that travel for leisure,
Yeah,
for holidays and stuff, they also thinking twice because the pound is too strong.
25 clocks in it.
You can eat a breakfast, £20 breakfast. That's $500.
Yep.
So I wouldn't pay $500 for bacon and eggs.
No. Go and have a beer.
Yeah.
£5.
I used to smoke,
Yeah.
and when I went to the US in 2011, now after about 20 hours on the airplane, or 28 hours that we were in the air in total, I never had a cigarette. So when I arrived there, the first thing I went and bought myself a pack of cigarettes. And at those days we were $7 to the dollar. So we got R7, which was not too bad, if you take in today's situation.
Yeah.
But then it was 63 Rand. And I was like, this is going to this is going to happen one day. I'm not going to smoke if it's going to happen, if that's going to be the price. I won't be able to afford it. Luckily, then I met up in the small shops and whatever. You could buy cigarettes for like $3. And I did, but
Same as our South African cigarettes, isn't it?
yeah.
They've walked across the Mexican border.
Luckily, I don't have that worry anymore. Stopped smoking a long time ago, so one of the best decisions.
Yeah.
Something that's a bit shallow.
Which is going to be a
Narrow.
short.
It's not quite reaching, is it? Oh, what? Ooh. Second shot. So. Hey, Daddy.
No talking. No talking.
Hey, Doc.
Dot is giving her idea of the commentary. She likes it. She says to her mom she must play a little bit harder. Okay. Still think it's only one.
Daddy, you not no. Daddy,
Yeah. Let's see, Princess. Still think it's a bit narrow. It's not going to be there. Threshold 2. Can you move this jack a little bit for 3? Good line. Just a bit heavy, I think. Going in?
Yeah.
Let's see, I think it's 1. Well, it could be 2. In.
Daddy,
Enetjie, Marie.
Meters. The motor's up. $28.
Yeah, it's different than doing the Masters or the Nationals. There are a lot of games going on, and you know a lot of the guys and whatever. Yeah, I've got no idea where anyone is. So, and then there are the different categories. That's even the other one. So now I see a guy there, and I'm like, oh no, but these are B3, and then there's a B. Oh, yeah, so
These have got B2s here next to us
okay,
on number 5.
okay.
Number 4 is B1s.
Oh yes.
Number 3 those are B2s. Number 2 are B3s. And number 1 are B1s.
Okay. But they're the completely blind ones, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you'll see they're wearing
Yeah.
doing blockouts, all of the players.
Yes, okay. Apple just running a little bit through. I'll make a plan tomorrow to put these legs a bit deeper into the ground so I can sit more level. Because it's difficult to sit downhill all the time.
Yeah, if that footbit was off, they would dig in. But
Yeah. It is a shot. I don't know if it's the shot, but it's definitely in before those two darker green ones at the back. As well as one. Or in the white, yeah. Okay, so not quite reaching. She can lose the game here, so she must not have a very loose end. Once she sticks this one in the area, then she's playing for game, for the match. This is the shot. Yeah. You're in trouble now, Avril. 3 down. But she's got one to come. How many times have you seen that?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, you get a 3 and then the one guy with his last ball gets these shots.
It changes it round.
Yeah. Is she going to hold? Ooh, you need to stop now. 1, 2. Oof.
I think it might only be one.
I think it's at least 2. That one straight behind, I think, could also count.
But she's got another ball coming in here now too.
Good line, yeah.
Good work.
In as well, so is this the game? Was it 3? This could be either 3 or 4. 4 wins it.
That's it.
We're going to have a look now. Straight back one is definitely must be in. Now they're going to have a look. Is it maybe or shaking hands? Graham's got a sharp eye. He, the previous time he came down, he was already setting 2 and they were measuring. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there they go measuring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in.
Looks like it's in.
Mm-hmm. That's the game. Unbelievable. Oh, I could change that. I told you it was on a closing number,
Yeah.
and the first opportunity she gets, and she takes it. Oh, well done there to Princess Schroeder. Finishing it off at the end quite comfortably, but
Nice, yeah.
still was a good game. Avril started off well. And just didn't get back into it. Princess found her rhythm,
Yes.
and then she
Princess
started
kept
just being
whipping.
close and close and close. So, oh, well done there to Princess Schroeder. Not a Commonwealth silver medalist for nothing. Thank you to you, Cedric.
No,
ne?
pleasure, Paul.
Yeah,
We'll
thank you for joining me,
be around.
giving us. Yeah, if you see me sitting alone and you're looking for someone
Sure.
to talk to, and come pop in.
We will do that with
There you
pleasure.
go. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll be around here, yes, all
Yes.
day.
Yeah, tomorrow we've got, I think we're back into pairs, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out a bit later. But yeah, we've got that. And
You've got
we're at 9
physically
o'clock.
disabled tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we've got the physically disabled. Today we had the blindies, tomorrow's the wobblies. We'll have a look. See us at 9 o'clock on our YouTube channel.
Sure.
We'll do the posts on Facebook. Thank you very much, and good afternoon for you further. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. got behind us here. I've been watching this all on.